story. Your story. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Stories of resilience that defy the odds. Stories of courage that shatter limits. Stories that inspire action, ignite change, and remind us all that even in the toughest times, hope is all.
All right, folks, I'm attending to the live stream that was done earlier by BraveHearts TV, and it was done for BraveHearts Network. I'm sorry, BraveHearts Day, and we had it going, and it kind of ran the cycle of I didn't know how long it was going to run. So I thought I'd come in here and reset the table and look at an exciting day we're having on April 28th, 2025, BraveHearts Day, a new annual event here with the World of Ability Podcast Network. We're joining in with BraveHearts TV, celebrating BraveHearts Day. And this was a LinkedIn Live event that was done with Rich Trigger Bontrager with Sherry Sarver Johnson. And this BraveHearts Day is commemorating the official launch of BraveHearts TV, a work in progress over the years, but we're excited to be a part of this, that this is all coming together in great timing, that we're running in concert with World Ability Podcast Network, BraveHearts TV, and Rich Trigger Bontrager, who's known for his show Rock the Stage. So I'm going to get the screen sharing going. Enjoy the production. It was quite a showing, and looking forward to watching it with you. Here we go.
Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Stories of resilience that defy the odds. Stories of courage that shatter limits. Stories that inspire action, ignite change, and remind us all that even in the toughest times, hope is always within reach. Stories that move the world. Leadership stories. Comeback stories. Sports stories. Business stories. Inspirational stories. Your story. BraveHearts TV. Join us. Download BraveHearts TV now. Available on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Hello, welcome everyone to the BraveHearts TV official launch party, streaming live on multiple channels. Hi, I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager, and it's an honor to be here with you. And by the way, it's an honor to be the new spokesman for BraveHearts TV, the network. We're going to talk all about that in the next 30 minutes. We're going to get deeply into it. I'm not just a spokesman, but I'm also here because I'm also one of the people using the platform as well. We're going to talk about the platform, what it is, and what you can be involved with. By the way, we have an amazing team with us today helping make this all possible. And the big person I need to really celebrate and bring on in, first of all, is I need you to meet Sherry Sarver Johnson. She's the executive producer of BraveHearts TV, and she's really put her heart, her soul, everything into this. Sherry, great to see you here today. What a party.
Hey,
we're celebrating.
I know. We've been celebrating since Thursday night, I think. So we had a bunch of superhero events. This is actually BraveHearts, National BraveHearts Day today. So we had events Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and we've just been having a great time and celebrating Bravehearts around the world and kids that have kicked cancer and just all kinds of fun.
We're going to talk about all of those things coming on up, because it's all part of what BraveHearts TV is about and connected to. And it's really what you started. You kicked this whole thing off and made it more than a streaming platform. So kudos to you for doing more than a platform.
It took what they say, a village, right? And actually, while we're on the topic, I want to thank you, Rich, for all you've done to make this day happen. And another person I'd like to thank. Oh, and I'm probably going to forget some people, so please forgive me if I do. I'd like to thank Kurt Ruskoff.
Yes.
From Spirit of the Game, for really working tirelessly the past 5 months to connect us with heartfelt communities around the world. And we've just brought on so many like-minded people who have messages that they are getting out. They want to make a difference, Rich. And it's been so amazing to to be like rubbing shoulders with people who are changing the world and to be part of it.
Well, for the next 30 minutes, everybody, you're going to get into this with us. You're going to go on a journey. We're going to show you what BraveHearts TV is really all about, what the network is about, how you can transform your podcast into a streaming TV show, and we're going to build a community together. We're going to uplift one another, empower one another through the power of storytelling. And Sherry, who doesn't like a good story?
I know, that's what it's all about. I think it's just part of being human. It's like our favorite thing, and it's a great way to learn too. Like all the facts and figures go out the window when you see a good story. It's got a way of really moving our hearts and learning, from it. So it's cool.
Well, let me talk to you watching here right now. Have you ever dreamed of having your own TV show? I did as a kid. That's how my whole career got started. I wanted to do that. Now is the time to take that and become a reality. BraveHearts TV is not just another streaming service. No way. It's a platform where podcasters, YouTubers, authors, speakers, content creators from everywhere can come together to amplify their message like never before. Because, just imagine this. Imagine reaching people through Amazon Fire, Roku TV, IPTV, and then imagine a team of experts behind you. You get a whole team of experts helping you produce quality shows, providing creative support, and making sure you don't burn out in the process. By the way, we should mention the creative team did all of this just for this today. One day, one show. How's that, Sherry?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And so I probably should thank the team, all the volunteers and employees that made today possible as well. And we had plenty of people working over the weekend to pull this all off. And technology is always a fun thing because it throws you a curveball here and there, and that's just part of the party, I guess.
Well, and your team took my idea. Again, Rock the Stage show. My show is coming on board with BraveHearts TV. It'll be on Roku and the other platforms we mentioned. But I already had my banners, my logos, things done. And the team said, can we have some fun and see what we can do for you to have it fit the network? I said, absolutely. Well, they've already created 7 different backgrounds and introduction, and they're doing more for that. And they got it. They nailed it. They really understood what I wanted, what I said. Your intake process for helping creators get on board is really in depth, but very thorough for a reason.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And there's stuff I haven't even shown you that they've done for you because we haven't talked since yesterday. So anyway, it's pretty neat. Hey, did you see your show, by the way? You're live.
Yes, we're live. It's
live,
and this is where we can go live. We can stream. We can pre-produce. There's so many things, and this team behind us all now. I've had a very small team before. We've got a way bigger team now for Rock the Stage and for all of your shows. So believe me, burnout is the number one thing that limits the success of shows. I mean, I think I told you this, Sherry. The average podcast, audio podcast, 8 out of 10 fail because burnout.
Yeah. I mean, it's a real thing because, I think most of the people we work with anyway, they get into the idea of having a podcast to get a message out there and, maybe to promote their brand as well. And not to do all the technical stuff, but that comes with it if you don't have a team. And so that was really one of the big reasons we wanted to do this, is to be able to help folks like that who have a message, who want to go to a broader platform and just haven't been able to take the leap because it's difficult. You don't want to go out and hire 9 or 10 people to help get it all together. So that's what we're here for, to be your behind the scenes team and make you shine. And, we're so excited. I mean, today it's been a long time in coming, and here we are.
Well, again, the backdrops, the banners, the thumbnails, the content that goes in to help amplify the SEO, all that stuff is part of the team that's going to help it do better and better. So I know my show's going to get better and better. I love my show. It's great. It's been around for 5 years. But I know with the collaboration, the team, it's going to make it better. And for so many podcasters, other content creators, that is the number one thing about growing and scaling. You cannot do it alone if you're really going to do professional. If you look at BraveHeartsTV, it looks pretty darn professional.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. But I was going to throw in there that, obviously we appreciate the message that you've been putting out. And that's one of the reasons why we wanted to link arms with you, Rich. So, it takes, like we said, it takes a village to really pull this off. And it's just the beginning, because today, since we're, our launch, we beta launched a year ago. Imagine that. A year of beta launch. So we made it through that. And here we are, ready to grow and link arms with other folks who have a message and a brand that they want to amplify. And right now, Rich, this is the perfect platform. BraveHeartsTV network, on top of being on Roku and on Amazon and IPTV, we're just positioned at the perfect time. Well,
and people may be asking themselves, why streaming TV? I've got my audio podcast. It's going great. Audio podcasts have been highly successful. There's a shift going on. Audio podcasts are still growing, but streaming TV is taking over because, number one, the networks are failing. If you haven't noticed, ABC, NBC, the networks that we grew up on are not doing as well as they used to because the content has been stretched now, and we can do so much independently.
Yeah.
How many different channels now out there?
There's just, the gatekeepers are going away. There's those, or maybe the fences are falling. I don't know, whatever it is. It's a different time, and it's really exciting to be part of it because it means that, we have everyday heroes that live amongst us, and it means that we can get their messages out without having to get, the big networks to say, we're going to be behind this. And this is what's changing the world, is people getting to see those authentic journeys that people go through. And we all do. We all have our ups and downs.
Well, and people got hungry for it going back to the pandemic. We all lived through TikTok and other channels on Facebook Lives. People grabbed their cameras and showed us what was really going on all over the world. And it really changed the game for people to realize, I can do this.
Yes.
And we got hungry for content creation, for real authentic. And those hero stories that we love at BraveHeartsTV is a big part of it. We want to hear the good news. We hear enough of the garbage news, the heavy news.
We want to see the people who made it to the other side and, hear how they did it and learn from that and be inspired and have hope. Hope is a huge factor.
Well, every time I do a hope story or a conquering story, I just had someone on that's deaf, but she's an international stand-up comedian, radio, television, books. And as a kid, she never dreamed of a life like that.
Wow.
Those are the heroes.
Was she deaf since the beginning?
What was that?
Was she deaf from the beginning?
Deaf from the beginning, from birth. So she went
Wow.
from reading lips, learning sign language, to having a big monitor on her chest to use as an ear amplifier. And it's not.
Wow.
And now she has things in her ears to help her hear, and she's considered America's #1 hearing impaired deaf comedian.
Yes, that, you know what, now that you mentioned it, I saw a bit of that show, and I've got so much more to consume of your material, but yeah, that is just, you know, it's just so inspiring to hear stories like that, because, you know, we all go through stuff, and we need to see that other people do too, and that we can make it through, and that we can shine brighter and actually be stronger afterward.
Well, and this is where the streaming services are taking over. Okay, streaming services now account for 43.3% of total TV viewing. Forget about the networks.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that incredible? And it's growing 500% every year. I mean, this has been like a trend for the past 3 years.
Right.
So,
And
yeah, that's why I say we're
off.
perfectly. Oh, yeah. That's why we're at such a great time right now to get into it, because it's not crowded. You know, podcast to TV is what we talk about,
Yes.
and that transition from going from an audio podcast or maybe a video podcast to actually TV podcast and getting on the platforms. We're at the perfect time because it's not very crowded right now. So it's a good time to get in there and, you know, kind of nail down your piece of real estate, so to speak. And, you know, just be there, ride the wave, because this is where it's all going.
Well, Roku now has nearly 90 million streaming households. Roku has 90 million streaming households.
I know. And there's an estimate that over 720 million people are streaming content over Roku and Amazon, just those two.
Yes.
Because, you know,
it's got a 40% growth rate going on.
Yeah, when you've got that one device in the household, there's 3 or 4 people watching it. And yeah, it's super exciting. And it's a different type of deal. You know, you don't have the distractions. Somebody's watching your content, they're focused. Yes. And they don't have anything else to distract them. They sit there with their bowl of popcorn, and, you know, you just have an opportunity to speak to their hearts.
Well, it's access, it's amplification, it's monetization, it's brand authority. We can go on and on and on. But there's so much that you can now do that used to cost you an arm and a leg, and you couldn't afford to do it on the networks. Now it's 1% of what it used to cost.
I know, it's amazing. It's really amazing. And even going back like 2 or 3 years, it's changed so much. And that's, again, another reason why we did this. Because if you go out and want to hire your own developer to put you on these platforms, you know, it's $50,000, $60,000 before you even get your production team. And so with us being able to come alongside and help folks, they don't have to do that. We can do it for them. And it's just for pennies on the dollar. So it's a lot to celebrate today, Rich.
Well, here's the biggest reason I linked on. Of course, Sherry's great. I love hanging out with Sherry. But the biggest reason I linked on was because of what they were doing with BraveHearts TV and BraveHearts for Kids. BraveHearts for Kids is a nonprofit that's dedicated to helping families negotiate and navigate childhood cancer. Everyone take a breath right there. That's heavy stuff. 100% of the net proceeds from BraveHearts TV is going to support those families. So Sherry's already ponied up and said, we're going to help them, but these stories are going to be a huge part because they're looking for hope, and these families need hope, and now you've got the bridge from the TV side to the family side. Amazing.
Yeah, and this is something, you know, that we've talked about, that BraveHearts for Kids really is part of our big inspiration for doing this whole thing. The stories that what we've seen is people that are able to have hope because they've seen someone else make it through. Wow. Like the little girl who inspired the entire organization. You know, we were going all the way back to 2008. You know, she's a miracle because she only had 2% chance to live at the time, and because of the right connections and so forth, in which that's what we do now, is we make sure that families get connected with the resources and the information that they need to make a difference. She graduated high school last year. This is her first year of college, and she's just a living, walking miracle. But she has brought hope to so many families who did not think that they had a chance, and they saw that somebody with 2% chance could have the outcome she had. And that's the power of stories, overcoming, of being able to show the way to, you know, just somebody that's been there and done that. And that's what we want for the entire BraveHearts TV platform, is that kind of spirit. It's not just focused, of course, on childhood cancer. It's focused on all things that we go through in life.
Right.
But that's the essence of it, Rich. And it's been humbling and so exciting to be part of it. And
the interesting thing is, again, podcasters, many of the authors, interviewers, speakers that I work with, they want to give back. But they can't figure out how to do it in a big way. You are now bringing the bridge from content creators to serving other people in a creative, fun way. So every show, everyone that gets on board is going to help this amazing cancer cause for kids.
Yeah. And it's really, the cancer cause is the spirit. It's like the wind beneath our wings, so to speak. But I do want to bring out that we're focused on the content creator, the sponsors, and the viewers equally. And we want to be a place, of course, like we just talked to about the content creators, but for the viewers, we want to be a place where they can go, they can tune in anytime, day or night, and find education or inspiration or that missing piece, that spark that helps you go another day sometimes. That's what BraveHearts TV is dedicated to being. And for the sponsors, those companies that want to be aligned with this kind of uplifting content and wants to, be aligned with this audience, it's just an amazing fit.
We've got people chiming in. Congratulations, Sherry, to the team and all this going on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dan is dropping in here a little bit. Will you be able to add the channel to Google TV? You can add to your Roku TV.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that, because that's our next horizon, is we're going to be adding a few more platforms. So thanks. Yes. The answer is yes and yes.
So watch for it, Dan. There's more stuff coming. And we've got another one dropping in the chat here. Is Brian saying it's like a third wave of television. Yes, it is.
I love that. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So we are thrilled. Thank you, everybody, for the comments. Please don't be afraid to drop in when we're sharing and just enjoying this. But we do want you also to join our community. We want you to join the community because the community is really, it's free. Scan the QR code, absolutely free. You want to get with like-minded people. They're doing great things. And people that are on the platform, people that are checking out the platform. But this is a creator community, content people like you, like me. And we want to build a community because we want to help people learn how to grow and scale and do this better. Right, Sherry?
Absolutely. And, when we're in it together, it's more fun. And, we have Brian Reinbold, who's the mission specialist at BraveHearts for Kids. And he has a saying, he says, we get more done when we have more fun. Or have more fun and get more done. Either way, it works. And that's what we're all about is, let's support each other. Let's have fun. Let's get the messages out. And, let's not forget that we also want to help people make those shows sustainable and make it something that, from a monetary standpoint, they can continue to do. So we've got all of that settled too. And it's just so exciting to see it all come together finally. And like I said, it's just the beginning of the beginning. We'll be expanding from here, and we hope that we'll have many more wonderful shows to be coming on the platform.
Well, speaking about expanding, and by the way, people are scanning the QR code. Thank you very much. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the family. We're going to have a new show coming on. I'm going to be thrilled to host this new show on BraveHearts TV network, The Heart of a Warrior. Have you ever wanted to be on TV? Again, have you wanted to? Because we're going to give you the chance to shine, share your stories, and be a part of it. We're going to have you on BraveHearts TV in the new show called Heart of a Warrior. It's all about showcasing your stories, showcasing the incredible people, your story of adversity, overcoming the things you've learned. And we're going to help put those on BraveHearts TV and build a brand new show just to showcase these things for the world to see. Sherry, thank you for having me take this on. I am pumped about it.
Thank you, Rich. I really appreciate you and the entire team that's made this possible. I just feel like I'm dreaming because it's really a dream come true.
Well, and I can't wait to meet the people, to hear the stories, because those are the fun parts. What I get here, the interviewing, the discussions, the stories are so incredible. They're
So
so rich.
powerful. Yeah.
Brian's popping in again. When you have more fun, you get more done.
Yeah. He's the one.
And Heart of a Warrior. Yeah, Brian knows all about how Heart of a Warrior. He's been part of some of the conversations. So thank you, Brian, for helping to champion these things and get them out there. It is absolutely, like you said, you got to pinch yourself right now, Sherry. Every so often you got to pinch yourself.
Yeah, black and blue. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everyone, again. And this is the beginning. I hope to see many more faces, next time we get together when our community meets. And thank you for joining the community. This is all because of you that we're putting this together so that we can all make a difference in the world.
Now, it's not just about having you come to us and be involved with us. Yes, we want you to be part of the community and everything else. BraveHearts has an amazing tool called AI Maestro. And it's an Army Swiss knife. You create an Army Swiss knife for content creators.
You're going to let the cat out of the bag already.
This is an amazing tool. So scan the QR code. This is absolutely free as well. We want you to get the tools to help elevate yourself. So we're trying to show you the value of being a part of this. Elevate, grow your brand, grow from an audio podcast. You can keep your audio podcast and have a streaming podcast show both at the same time. And for the new show, Heart of a Warrior, we're going to have a whole intake process. So as you join the community, we're going to reach out and say, hey, do you want to be featured? Plug in. We're going to record it. We're going to air it. And then this amazing team that produces all these great graphics is going to wrap it all together and make us all look good together. Sherry, as I keep saying, this isn't a major accomplishment. I've tried to look at other platforms. I've worked with other platforms. They don't offer the full service, and especially the AI tool you've got. You've really outdone yourself. So congratulations on this.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we just wanted to be able to help make, be that bridge between something working and almost working. So that's, why we kind of went all out to be able to provide all the services. And it's been fun to see it come together. And I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate your help and bringing it together. And I can't wait to see where we go from here.
Sandra D. Robinson, one of my media partners, who we definitely will have involved with this project. We already have been talking about that. Great to have you with us around, Sandra. And again, Brian's continuing to have fun with it. Want to make sure it's a warrior, not a warrior. That's what we keep trying on right there. That's a valuable part of the team, is wit and his humor.
That's a very, sometimes a fine line, right?
So this is the official launch. Again, this is getting involved in the free community. Now, there is the .org version of this right now, but also it's on Roku, it's on Amazon Fire. So what's some of the flavors of the shows right now, Sherry? Was people might be asking themselves, what type of shows should I be thinking?
Well, we have 15 genres out there so far, and we're going to be adding a couple more. So we've got everything, pretty much from cooking to travel to the more serious topics like, transformational things, spiritual things, business, entrepreneurship is a big one. All those entrepreneurs, shout out to you. You know what that journey's like. That's the biggest character builder there is. And, just things that everyday life plus the business. And we'll be adding more and more as other partners come on. So, but we have a pretty good lineup already. So check it out. You can check it out online because we are using the IPTV streaming feature. So you can go to BraveHeartsTV.org. And from there, you can click a couple buttons and download onto your Roku if you've got Roku. If you have Amazon Fire, you can download that. And either way, any way that it works for you, join us, watch some of the shows, give us your feedback, and become part of the community.
And again, you can go find that on your apparatus right now. Bookmark it so you can easily go back for it. You will see the official announcement for the Rock Stage Show officially joining that as we release several episodes on there. And this is another thing. I want to talk to content creators for a second. A lot of us are chasing forever and creating forever and forever. One thing you need to start thinking about as is creating a TV show, the podcasters do it, but especially with TV, is you want to do the upload 6 to 8 episodes at once. Do a season like they're doing now on all the streaming platforms. Don't do 20 episodes and call it a season. Do 8 to 10. Take a breather. Sit back a little bit. Go create more and then repost them. We're going to help you how to learn how to have a better engine, have a better health, and be a better content creator, because TV is a different beast, and we want to have the quality there for you as you get more eyeballs and grow. And there is a way to monetize this and have sponsors come on board as well, right, Sherry?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a big piece of it, because that makes it sustainable for folks. You can only put your own money and energy into it for so long. So that's, a big piece of it. And we can connect people with sponsors. We just got so much going. So reach out to us and let's talk and see what we can do.
You had me at cooking. And that's the diversity of the show. And the other thing is, we are looking for people to come on board and say, I have this idea, that idea, because we don't have all the genres picked. And the fun part is to have new people come in with fresh blood, fresh ideas, and see what you can bring to the platform.
Absolutely.
So, Sherry, do you have a favorite genre yourself? Do you have something that you go to over and over again that you just love to consume? Is it on BraveHearts yet?
Well, yeah, there are a few shows that I love. Well, I don't want to pick favorites, so don't put me on the spot like that. But I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and I remember what it was like taking that leap from the corporate world. It's scary. But you know what? Those little butterflies, they kind of stay with you forever, because you're always pushing the envelope, always doing new things. But that's kind of the fun of it. And so I just love anything about the entrepreneurial journey. If I have to pick a favorite, and we've got that, what it's called on our platform is Guts to Glory. So there you go.
So Sherry, as we wind down the celebration party, this official launch, you can take a breath now. You can relax and say, it's launched, it's out there. What do you want people to really clearly understand today? I mean, we've talked about the charity cancer side. We talked about the content creative side. We talk about the many tools that you're bringing to people. What do you want them to clearly hear as we wind down?
I would love people to just realize that we are creating this vision together as a community. And although we've carved out, guidelines and mission and our vision, we are open to grow in different directions, because the main important thing to us is we want to be empowering to the viewers. And we know that if we can do that, then we're going to have the longevity, we're going to grow, and we're going to be a voice in the world that makes a difference. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Oh, perfect. It does. You always want to hear the creator, the main instigator's heart, because people are sold on hearts, not on content, not on things to build or create. People are sold more and more on the heart and the spirit. Yeah. So thank you for sharing your heart and your spirit here today.
Thank you. And thank you, Rich, for your part, and just looking forward to an amazing ride from here. It's been amazing so far. So.
And the launch pad is taken off now. Thank you again. Everyone, come and join us. Be a part of this exciting new journey. Let's start creating something extraordinary. Let's let you help us, and let us help you create something new and exciting, and be a part of BraveHearts TV. I'm Rich Bontrager, the Trigger. That's the executive producer of BraveHearts TV, Sherry Sarver-Johnson. Connect with us on the different platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook. Connect with BraveHearts TV, and we want to connect with you and talk with you and have your show be featured and have you be featured. So for now, I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.